It's time now for Real Estate Update. With Usha Chandra of GlobeNet Realty, real estate is our world.
Now we're standing here face to face, afraid to move or else.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to this very exciting segment, the weekly real estate update with Usha Chandra, and the episode number 5 for 22, so EP0522. With that, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to be here again with you.
And it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. There's so much to talk about in the real estate. And as we know, there's so many rules that are changing every day. It's regards to the states and the borders and everything like that. So, of course, our gauge in the market has always been the auctions. So what's happening in that field across the board?
Yes, let's have a quick look at the auction clearance rates. Continues to bounce back on a higher volume as Brisbane, Adelaide and Canberra record more than double the number of auctions held a year ago. Auction activity continues to ramp up across the combined capital cities, with 1,786 homes taken to auction last week, up by 53.2% from the 1,166 auctions held the previous week, and 37% higher relative to the same week last year. Out of the 1,427 results collected so far, 74.2% were successful, up slightly from last week's preliminary clearance rate of 74.1%, which was revised down to 72.4% at the final figures. This time last year was 79.3% of the 1,304 auctions held successfully throughout the capital cities. So that shows the results of the auctions. It's quite a large number of auctions were held in the last week, compared to the previous week.
And that is quite a great result and quite a good overview across, so clearance rates they continue to bounce back on higher volumes. The key ones are Brisbane, Adelaide and Canberra. Wow, that's great to see that, and double the numbers what it was in previous years. So, okay, having said that, let's look at all the capital cities and see what the results were, relative to each city.
Yes, let's have a quick look. Sydney markets first, 76.8%, much higher from the previous week. 482 properties were taken to auction, 370 were cleared under the hammer. Melbourne was 74.6%, 573 properties were taken to auction, 373 cleared under the hammer. Brisbane was 56.7%, 220 properties were taken to auction, 97 were only cleared under the hammer. Adelaide is 89.8%, 194 properties were taken to auction, 114 sold under the hammer. Perth was 33.3%, 59 properties were taken to auction, only 9 sold over there. Tasmania was not applicable, 2 were taken to auction and nil sold under the hammer. Canberra was an amazing result, 84.7%, 148 properties were taken to auction and 100 were sold under the hammer. So looking at the combined capital cities, 72.2% were the average clearance rates, and 1,786 properties were taken to auction and 1,063 sold under the hammer. So pretty good results over the capital cities. So it shows that the market is picking up and larger number of houses are going to be taken to auction, and the results speak for itself. There you can see the results. So amazing results for the capital combined cities.
Yeah, and of course, those results are great results. And as you mentioned, the market is picking up, and I think it's been up for a while. It's quite good to see that. Well, right now, of course, the other thing to gauge is what sort of stock is coming on the market and what's available. As we know, supply and demand. If the supply goes up, then the prices might come down, or the time on the market might be longer. So, looking at our stock base listing wise, so what the listings look like across the country.
Yes, let's have a quick look at our own city, Brisbane. 4,140 new properties came on the market, and the 4-week chart shows 11,763 properties were listed in the 4-week count. Sydney, 6,723 new properties. Amazing number of properties coming in the Sydney market. 18,254 in the 4-week count. Canberra is 708 properties, total number of properties 1,527, and Melbourne, amazing properties are coming on the market there, large number of new stock coming, 7,811 and 24,217 in the 4-week count. Let's have a quick look at Darwin. Darwin has got new listings is 216, 990 in the 4-week count. Perth is 4,066 new properties come on the market, 14,347 in the 4-week count. Hobart is 312 new listings and 730 in the 4-week count. Looking at Adelaide, 1,803 new properties have come on the market. 4-week count is 4,234. So looking at the combined capital cities, new properties on the market, amazing results there. 25,779 new properties on the market. So, and the total 4-week count is 75,964. So almost 76,000 properties in 4-week count. Large number of properties are coming on the market. So as we're speaking, it's demand and supply. If the supply is there, the demand is always there as well at the moment in this current market. But there's more buyers. Buyers can have a more wider selection of properties before they jump on one property. So looking at amazing results and listings.
So just a very quick question, if you look at the number of listings, so as a real estate agent or for real estate agents, what is better, when there is lots of listings or there are just enough listings?
Of course, lot more listings, and then we can satisfy a lot of buyers as well, and it shows that the market is moving. And there's always people, when they are selling, they have to buy something. So if there is more listings, there is more sellers ready to buy, because they know what they can buy down the track, or whether they are upgrading or downsizing, whatever. There is more selection for them to buy their new property as well. So it's a very good market when there's more new listings.
Well, it's always
Yes, the RBA is well ahead of its forecast, so we can expect the same for the property market as well. Looking at what in the final week of January, the ABS released the latest inflation figures for Australia over the December 2021 quarter. Inflation measures in the change of the price of a basket of goods over time, and it is good measure of how supply and demand pressures are playing out in the economy. It has been one of the key economic metrics to watch out for in the housing sector, because a rise in inflation could be the trigger for the Reserve Bank of Australia to lift the interest cash rate targets. So looking at the ABS release, it all depends on inflation and what the what the wages market does. So looking at the housing implications, when the cash rate rises, housing values could experience some downwards pressure.
Where you live could determine whether you get a home loan. Australia's largest supplier of credit scores is now using information about postcodes in its assessments.
It is a punishment. It's unnecessary to be targeted for living in a poorer suburb.
And that's just silly, that's just nonsense. Where you live doesn't reflect your ability to repay money.
Equifax holds information on 20 million people. Lower credit scores make it harder and more expensive to get loans.
If I am Victoria from a poorer postcode, my credit score may be 20 points lower than if I was Victoria living in a richer postcode. I might not be able to access those lenders with the best interest rates.
Experts are worried about the implications.
There's a risk, particularly using something like postcodes, that you will ultimately be doing proxy discrimination for something.
Because postcodes are linked to factors like your age, gender and ethnicity, and the type of jobs most people in the area have. In a statement, Equifax said postcodes were just one element in people's credit scores.
An individual's credit history and behaviours have a much more significant impact.
And that a person's accounts, defaults and repayments are the biggest factors. It's also linked to the explosive growth of automated decision-making, or ADM, where computers make the call. In 2019, Apple was investigated by the US financial regulator because its credit card appeared to be biased against women. A tech entrepreneur complained Apple's algorithm gave him a credit limit 20 times higher than his wife. The co-founder of the company said the same thing happened to him.
We're creating reams of data about how we spend our money. And companies like Equifax are using that to build a picture of how we live our lives and if we're a good risk. But the algorithms that determine our credit score might not necessarily be as smart as we think.
What we need to realise is that automating decision-making doesn't mean that there's a machine there with superhuman powers that knows everything about us and can make an accurate prediction about every individual.
And every individual is different.
The correlation between the cash rate and the National CoreLogic Home Value Index between January 2002 and January 2022 shows the inverse correlation of 84.7%, lagging the cash rate up by to a year increase in the strength of correlation, which suggests to take some time for movements in the cash rate to have their maximum effect on the property market. Consecutive increases or reductions in the cash rate will also play a role in the correlation becoming stronger over the time. So it shows that the market, I mean, if the cash rate is increasing, then it will depend on what the wages growth does, and the interest rate will be in the power of that wages growth. And I mean, people are scared of getting 0.5% of increase in the interest rate, looking at when we were buying the properties 18% and people were still buying. So it doesn't matter how the interest rate works. When people have to buy, they will buy and they will budget accordingly.
And that is quite true as well. But I mean, if you look at the interest rate, and if it does go up, there will be uncertainty, because there will be a lot of play in media play as well. They will all start doing all the stats. So that's how this would mean $300 over the year more that mortgagees would have to come up with, and all those kind of things that will happen. And all the financial gurus will start running all the things as well. So, is there a reason to worry, or what's going to happen moving forward?
Worrying won't help, so just do the budget and have some extra cash flow. So if the interest rate goes up, and you can afford the mortgage. So the banks are always, we're doing the valuations very correctly at the moment, and they're allowing about 5%. So you have to have a little bit more money there before the banks will lend you the money. So no need to worry about the things. Just budget it accordingly, and it will happen. And it's all depends on how you budget and how you have your cash flow.
Okay, so there's no real reason to worry, and that if it does go up, it will be gradual. It will not happen overnight, and it is dependent upon a lot of things, not only inflation. So the inflation over a time at a consistent rate. So there's many things in the equation. See, it has come down slowly over the years. So every time it did come down, how much did it come down by? 1 or 2 the points. So that's the way it will go up if it does go up, which it might eventually, because it's the rock bottom at the moment. So there is no reason to worry if you plan properly, as you have mentioned. Planning there is the key, as you have rightfully mentioned. Well, okay, so moving forward, let's take a look at what's happening in your area.
Yes, our area is really booming now. We are getting quite a few new listings, few more sales. I mean, we have listed a few new properties. We have just listed 305 Church Road, which is on the market for 3 offers over 950, as 4 bedrooms plus a study. Could be used as a home office as well. It's on a fairly busy road as well, so if people are planning to do a home business, they have got a great property there on 700 square meters, 3 living areas, air conditioned, a good family home, walking distance to Tiger Shopping Centre, and all other amenities. That's a brand new listing. We have listed another one at number 10 Patwell Street, which we have got multiple offers. We are negotiating with the sellers at the moment. Then we have got another one on Sandgate Road in Virginia, and that's on the market, coming open house this Saturday at 10 o'clock. And we have already got a couple of offers, but the owners are looking for a little bit higher money. So it's quite a nice property, which I sold in 1999. I sold that one, and now it's back on the market. It's across the road from Virginia State School, walking distance to the railway station. That's a great property, great investment or owner occupier. And then we've got solar panels as well. We have got another one in Bald Hills, which is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 garage, and that's offers over 650. So there are our new listings. And looking at another investment property, a great LMR property we have got in Rockley, which is on 810 square meters with 2 lots and 1 title, and that has got it's zoned for apartments or units, whatever would you like to build. 200 meters from the railway stations. Exceptional property there. So if investors are looking for that style of property to build apartments, it's a great time to invest in that property as well. Looking at our rentals, we have got, I was just talking to Vicky, we sold a property at 192 Normanhurst Road. The owners have completely refurbished that property, and it's coming on the market today for rental, $500 per week. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car, and walking distance to the railway station. Then we have got another one in New Farm in Oxlade Drive. It's got a beautiful apartment with river views, 2 bedrooms, fully furnished for $500 a week. 1 car accommodation, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, ideal for a working couple. It's walking distance to all amenities over there. So there are the couple of properties we have got in the market at the moment. So the looking at, we are still looking for quite a large number of houses for our buyers who are waiting on our database. They are finance approved in cash and ready to buy now. So if anybody is looking at selling their property, contact us on 3865 4466. Either contact me or Deborah or Karishma to have an appraisal done on your property, free marketing appraisal, and we are offering free advertising at the moment as well. And for any property management, the same number, 3865 4466. Contact either Vicky or Diane, and they will assist you and guide you in the right direction. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Mesh, and Australian Indian Radio.
And thank you so much for being on the show. That's a wonderful report there, and good to see a lot of activities happening in your area there as well. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been the weekly real estate update with Usha Chandra of GlobeNet Realty. Until next show, it's goodbye.
GlobeNet Realty. GlobeNet Realty has been the longest established, trusted and respected agency in its trade area. Usha Chandra, Director of GlobeNet Realty, provides honest and ethical service to her customers. If you are thinking of investing in Brisbane real estate market, or if you are seeking professional property management, then you should contact Usha Chandra today on landline 3865 4466 or mobile 0419 775 416. And for further updates, log on to our website www.globenetralty.com.au. GlobeNet Realty is your own local real estate agency. Situated at Shop 52281 Sandgate Road, Boondall. GlobeNet Realty. Real estate is our world.